Do you want to remove every charge off on your credit report? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you a 2-week method where you can remove literally every charge off from your credit report. Guys, stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm Credit Coach Q, and I create first cloud-based software that allows you to put your credit repair experience into your own hands. And if you're new to the channel, I'm super excited because I have a banger. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to remove any and every charge off on your credit report. But before we get to the video, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. That allows us to reach a wider audience and allow YouTube to push this content within their algorithm and allows us to leave these lights on. Guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Now, let's dive straight into the meat and potatoes of this video. If you have anything derogatory in your credit report, I mean anything negative, charge-offs, late payments, bankruptcies, medical bills, guys, you name it, please go over to mycreditapproved.com. It's the website and the software that I was telling you about that allows you to put the full experience to your own hands. Guys, people are removing thousands of dollars worth of debt by themselves. They are no longer using credit repair companies. They are putting this information and this experience into their own hands and appreciating on a deeper level. Guys, please go to mycreditapproved.com, check out the software and start removing these items, guys. If you have anything derogatory on your credit report, guys, I'm going to give you a step-by-step method on how to set a trap for the credit bureaus and put them in a position where they really don't have any other choice but to remove these items. So let's dive straight in. It's going to be a lot of meat and potatoes of this video, so let's dive straight into that. So first and foremost, what you want to understand is what is a charge-off, right? A charge-off is a piece of debt that was charged off on your credit report. So basically, a charge-off is when a piece of debt is basically have a tax write-off extended to it. So for instance, I'm gonna give you an example. Say if you owe AT&T $500, right? Now AT&T have to pay a certain amount of taxes every year. So AT&T is going to tell the IRS, we didn't get this $500 from the person that owed us, so we shouldn't be required to actually pay that on our taxes, even though that is in our invoices. AT&T is going to say, okay, we're going to give you a tax write-off, charge-off on that debt, and you're going to be able to have a deductible for what you owe us for that debt. When that happens, the account goes into a zero account balance, and they normally sell it off to a collection agency. Now, that's what a charge-off is. Now, how to remove charge-offs? Now, it's a lot of different strategies over the years that I've accumulated on how to remove a lot of different items, but charge-offs is tricky. It really just depends on who owns it, how old it is, but this method that I'm going to show you is going to be very strategic. It's going to be very powerful in a sense because, like I said, it's going to put them in a position where they have no other choice but to actually be caught with their pants down.
Gotcha, bitch.
Right. So first and foremost, what you want to understand is everything in your credit report has a verification mechanism attached to it. What do I mean is that everything in your credit report, as far as your personal information, your work history, your old telephone numbers, address, all of that information is attached to the debt. When you sign and apply for a credit card, you put addresses, employers, and all that information on the application. That information doesn't leave. It actually goes on the credit report, and it has a paper trail to verify the debt in the long run. So for instance, if you worked for Sprint a couple years ago and you put Sprint on applications for credit card and you still have that on your credit report, all you have to do is match up what was on the application versus what is still on the credit report now, and that is a one-way train for them to verify the debt. So what you want to do is put yourself in a position where you are silencing the people that is verifying it. So you have to understand that the credit bureaus do not have all of your information housed within their storage facilities or their cloud software or whatever they use to house the information. They don't have that. They outsource your information to third-party bureaus like LexisNexis, SageStream, Innovis. Companies like that have your information normally use and outsource to the credit bureaus, which is TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. So what they do is that they ask the companies to gather your information information. And the LexisNexis credit report is not a regular credit report. Everything that you have ever done pertaining to your life, your grades, your employment history, your criminal history, everything that you have ever done is on your LexisNexis. So a lot of times they'll go to your LexisNexis, pull in information, and then they verify the debt that way. So what you want to do is you want to go to LexisNexis.com, you want to go to Innovis, you want to go to SafeStream, and you want to basically opt out of them sharing your information to third parties. That's the first thing that you want to do. You want to hinder any of your information when it comes to being shared with third party bureaus. And you can go to the website and opt out. And then I'm also going to teach you the best method, which is to use the software and to use the letter that we have generated to actually get those personal information off. You always want to leave a paper trail versus a virtual trail, right? Okay, so once you get the personal information removed, now it's time to set the trap, right? The trap is basically you are asking them to verify the information, right? You want them to verify the information. Now, you don't want them to delete it, because if you ask them to delete it, they're going to ring you around. They're going to give you stall letters. They're going to do so many different obstacles that they can to basically stop that process from happening. So you want to just ask for verification, right? You don't want to go into jumping the gun and ask them to remove it. You want to ask for to verify. By law, they have 30 days to verify everything on your credit report, and while doing that, they are supposed to make sure everything is 100% accurate, 100% timely, and 100% verifiable. So during that course, that's what you want. You want them to ask to remove the item. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my back office and we're going to go over the step-by-step process together. Guys, stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So like I said, we're about to set a trap for the credit bureaus. But before we set the trap, I would definitely want to go over quick things to let you guys understand exactly how it works, so this makes more sense. So first, you want to go over the credit report. Now, I'm going to use this as an example. This account is just as an example. This is a dummy account. And what you want to make sure is you want to actually go over everything. You want to go over the account number. As you can see, these account numbers are completely different. Well, TransUnion and Experian is completely different. The date it was open is completely different on two. The last reported date is completely different on all three. And the last active date was completely different. So all of these indifferences is going to give you leverage for your trap, so to speak. That's why you're not asking for them to delete it, because if you ask for them to delete it, they'll just fix these dates and you possibly won't have that much leverage. But because this is all inaccurate and all inconsistent, you can set the trap for them to basically do a investigation, and when it come back, it's going to come back verified or removed. If it come back verified, then obviously they didn't do a proper verification, because these will be completely still indifferent when you read and import the following new credit report. If the following new credit report still say these inaccuracies, then the trap was set successfully and you can go to the next step. This is a payday account, so that would be a business decision whether you want to remove it or not, but it do have late payments, and because they have late payments, you might want to remove it just to get those late payments removed. But that's, like I said, this is just an example. So now you're ready to start the dispute process, right? So all of your information would be imported, and this is what the screen will look like. You can do your sample reads, and we're going to do target. We want them to validate the debt. You want to scroll down, and then you want to go to round two, and then you want to scroll until you find validate that trap. Validate that trap. All right, and you want to scroll and just click target. Like I said, this is just an example, but you are going to want to highlight everyone that you want to get removed, and this is what it looks like. Right, this is the first letter, guys, and this was going to go out to Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. All the information are already populated, your social, date of birth, Equifax, the date, everything's already ready to go. All right, so now once you get here, I'm going to read the letter really quickly. If it has mistakes or if it have improper grammar, it's on purpose, guys, just for it to sound like your voice. I also want you to add a personal statement, a personal opinion about how you feel about it or something like that to give it your own genuine voice. But I just got my report and I think it's wrong. I was told I have the right to have an investigation done. Credit reporting laws ensure that the credit bureaus report only 100% accurate information. Every step must be taken to ensure the information reported is correctly accurate and correct. Now, these are the items that you're going to ask for, guys. This is very, very important. You're going to ask for the payment off disclosure, the interest rate disclosure, the balance history, the payment history, and the credit insurance, guys. This is very, very important. Now, like I said, this is going to be sent out first. You're going to send this out first. You're going to send it out priority mail or 24-hour shipping, so you can meet that 14-day, 2-week, 7-day window. We have seen people get these items removed in 7 days, guys. So yeah, and you want to send this off. Basically, you're asking them to validate the debt. You're not asking them to remove it. You're not going to see delete in this letter at all. You just want them to remove it and to validate it. Once you get the letter back, you're going to either, like I said, get the item removed or have it validated. If it's validated and you still see the inconsistencies like this, then you can go to the next step. The next step is to actually file a complaint with the CFPB. The CFPB is the governing factors that govern all of your FCRA regulations pertaining to your credit report. They govern all of the 3 bureaus to make sure that they are compliant with those regulations. And if they basically send you a letter saying that they validated the debt and the debt is still inaccurate on your credit report, then this will be the next step. You will file a complaint, go to the CFPB, file a complaint. I'm going to log in really quick and I'll be right back. I'll have a screen similar to this. You want to click credit reporting, credit repair services, and then you want to go to credit reporting. Click next, incorrect information on your report, and then you want to do account status incorrect. Yes, you have. And this is where you're going to input everything that you basically put on the previous letter. You're going to let them know all of your accounts, the account numbers, everything that was on the previous letter. You want to give them as much detail about the experience as possible. You want to let them know that you sent out the letter in detail. You want to let them know how that pertains to you, and you also going to want to put this, right? So this is the law that governs the treatment of inaccurate and unverifiable information, right? And you want to put this because this is going to be the catalyst and the verifiable law that you are going to use for leverage. Once you put this on there, then they have no other choice but to remove the item, because this is what the law says. If after a reinvestigation under paragraph 1 of any information disputed by the consumer, an item of the information is found to be inaccurate or incomplete or cannot be verified, the consumer reporting agency shall promptly delete, guys. You want to make sure that at the bare minimum you are putting that inside of your statement here, along with everything else that I stated before. What would be the fair resolution for this issue is to delete the issue, delete the account. And then this is the attachment. You want to attach any and every document. You want to send a screenshot with the highlights of the inaccuracies. In this case, you want to do the account number, the date that it was open, the last reported date, and the last active date. Anything that's inconsistent you want to put on here. This is just what I found in this example, but if you found any of this information different from one another, you want to add that as well. And that's basically what you have to do. You go to the next step and you want to put the company name. The company name in this case is TransUnion. Social, date of birth 1111. As you can see, guys, it's just really straightforward. It's not too difficult to file a complaint, but doing this is going to literally change the experience, because the credit bureaus are not really taking care of the issues or removing them on their end. You can't depend on them anymore. They've only been caught responding to 2% of all complaints. So this is necessary for you to actually get these items resolved. And then you just continue to do this. And this is the 5th out of 5th step. You scroll down and you just file the complaint, guys. And once you do this, I can almost guarantee you that the issues that's on your credit report pertaining to those charge-offs will be removed. They're not going to have the time or the excuse well enough to prove why they didn't do a proper investigation. So ultimately, they just have to remove it. Guys, if you have any questions, let us know. Email us at support@creditdisputecloud.com, or you can leave a comment and let us know going further. Until next time, take care of your credit and take care of yourself.